Each year, people from around the world travel to Vermilion. However, it's not just to see USD. The National Music Museum sits on the USD campus right next to the South Dakota Union Building and is one of the only museums in the world dedicated completely to musical instruments and musical history. Patricia Bornevin encourages students to take advantage of the museum.
Students should take advantage of coming to the music museum, not only because they're here and it's available free for students, but also because they're going to have an experience in world culture and world history that they can only get in certain places. Every one of these objects in the museum represents some moment in history or some very important maker, a sort of lesson in history that you aren't going to get in other ways. And it's sort of like having some of the world's greatest art pieces, but in music, here, right by you.
The museum is open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and is free for students to attend. Although just one student attended, Student Services provided a trip to the Hong Kong market in Sioux City this weekend. The market is a small grocery store that sells foods from different Asian countries, including China and Japan. The event, which is funded by USD alumni, is currently set to happen once a month with trips to different local food markets. The lone student to attend the event says that although she was disappointed that more people didn't attend the event, she was happy with her experience.
Honestly, it's awesome because they have my favorite food, especially mochi, lychee juice, and yeah, these are.
The next trip is planned for September 12th to another Asian market in Sioux City.
Recently, cadets of CIET Regiment 9 took part in a hand grenade assault course. During the course, cadets learned how to identify grenades and the proper technique to throw them. Cadets also learned individual movements, which helped them throw the grenade while still taking cover. Cadets were able to combine that knowledge while completing a live simulation lane where the cadets threw a training grenade that let off a small flash and smoke. Cadets of CIET 9 will finish their training in early August.
As Coyote News' Sydney Mook reports, sophomore kicker Miles Bergner is setting his own records at the university.
He may only be in his second season with the Coyotes, but USD already has high hopes for kicker Miles Bergner. The sophomore came to USD with an extensive resume as a high school kicker and punter, only missing one field goal his senior year. Despite missing 9 kicks last season, the Colorado native is already showing signs of improvement this year.
Bergner, 16 for 16 this season, has made his last 18 field goals. That's a record that goes back to last year.
However, Bergner says that he doesn't let the pressure of perfection influence him during a kick.
It intensifies a little bit. I try to get out all the pressure, the feelings of pressure at the beginning of the week, like today. I just handle it in a manner where I can ease myself back into it every week.
Head coach Joe Glenn says that he has enjoyed watching Bergner play the past 2 years and has hopes that he could take his talents to the next level.
Every time he bombs a punt and every time he makes a field goal and an extra point, that's my favorite part.
Bergner converted a career-long 50-yard field goal earlier this season, but the theater major says that relaxation is the key to success both on the stage and on the field.
You have to be able to be calm in tense moments and calm in moments of pressure, and it translates out here perfectly because it's exactly what I have to do in moments of pressure.
Bergner will attempt to keep his streak alive this week against Illinois State at the Dome. For Coyote News, I'm Sydney Mook.
As we mentioned already, Halloween is just a couple of days away, which means the haunted house business is in full swing. This weekend, drama students at Vermilion High School hosted their 14th annual haunted house. Each year, students are in charge of picking out a theme and creating their own room. Theater director Mary Begley says she enjoys watching the students be so creative with their work. They create
the whole scenario for each of their rooms that they're in, so it's really their own creation and it changes every year, and I enjoy just watching that creativity.
The money raised from the haunted house goes toward the drama club and student scholarships. If you missed out on the haunted house, there will be plenty of Halloween activities this weekend. Events will begin tomorrow with the Coyotes Halloween Howl in the Muck.
This is a daily news update from Coyote News.
Every week, we'll chat with one of our Coyote News crew members to share what goes into making our news show. Jackie Henry is our daily update producer, and she joins me today to talk about her role at Coyote News. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Tatum.
So kind of explain what you do as a producer for the Coyote News updates.
Well, the daily updates are something brand new that we rolled out this semester, and so the bulk of my job went in the very first week when we unveiled it. So I worked really closely with our main producers, Bailey and Kathleen, about determining the format, what we're going to cover on which day, preparing the set and everything like that. Now, luckily for me, I have a really great crew of associate producers. So each one of them takes a specific day of the week, writes the script, organizes everything for that, and then I kind of take a step back and give them help where they might need it and do more of like an advisory role.
Okay. You're also an anchor for Coyote News. Kind of explain your role with that.
Well, it's something brand new for me this semester. It's been really exciting being able to sort of, this sounds kind of weird, but be like a face of Coyote News, which is kind of ridiculous. But I also enjoy being able to be downstairs in the studio when we record and go live, and being able to make sure everyone feels comfortable, especially we have a lot of new people this semester, which is really exciting, especially for me as a senior having done this for so long, being able to kind of relate with them and help them out and make them feel at ease with their new jobs.
Okay. What are some of the other roles that you've done with Coyote News?
A year ago, I was one of the live correspondents, but I also ran studio camera, audio board, technical director, directing. I wore just about every hat there is to wear at Coyote News. And really, it's been a really awesome experience, and I've been so fortunate to be able to kind of take a bit more of a leadership role this semester.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
That's all for now. Tune in tomorrow for a look at what's happening on campus this weekend. Thanks for watching. I'm Tatum Dean, and we'll see you tomorrow.